Christchurch, New Zealand, 22nd of February 2011. A magnitude 6.3 earthquake rocked Christchurch at 12:51 p.m. with a depth of 5 kilometres. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the Christchurch memorials and what happened on that devastating day.
Being hit by a bomb. Many people remain trapped. Rescue workers were dealing with the worst possible scenario. A building that had snapped in half, bodies trapped in the concrete rubble. Why this building? Well, nobody knows. It was one of many Christchurch landmarks smashed in the latest quake. Again from the air, the damage to Christchurch's iconic Cathedral was clear. Its steeple survived the first quake. No such luck this time around. And as we flew around the city,
first stop, we're going to go to Quake City, which is a museum about the earthquakes Christchurch has been through.
So these are real car doors from the earthquake. This was crushed from falling rubble when the earthquake actually happened. Thank goodness nobody was inside this car, but you can see the devastation from this and how massive the dent is in the doors. So this thing's pretty cool. So it says jump on the spot, measure your own earthquake. So you stand on this little red dot here and you can measure how much of an earthquake I make. So here we go. That was tiny. That's my little earthquake here. So another cool thing they have here at Quake City is called the liquefaction simulator. So for those of you who don't know what liquefaction is basically when an earthquake happens, the ground shakes from side to side. And it basically moves the soil and it moves the water, and they combine and it becomes a liquefaction. So it comes like a solid almost, and it starts to rise from underneath floorboards and underneath the ground, and it sets and it becomes almost like a concrete type form. So it basically rises up and you lose your water, you lose your sewage, you lose everything. So Anna's going to show you how the simulator works and what each ball represents.
So on this simulator you've got blue balls that you're going to put underneath. Those represent water, and then you have to dig them, and then you have the pipes, with all the service that goes through your house. This one will represent buildings or the houses in the city.
Okay, she's going to push the red button, and this is exactly what happens when liquefaction occurs. So Anna's got to hop on this bike and start pedaling in order to watch this cinema film. Make sure you pedal really fast so you generate a lot of energy. Oh, it's a bit squeaky.
It is actually. What, do I just pedal?
Yep. And it will start playing.
Woo!
Woohoo! Loving your movie? This is how we're going to get you to watch a movie from now on. What do you reckon?
And you know the coolest thing? You actually do that to learn that at some point they did create a real cinema powered by bikes, which is really cool. They're showing in there.
Next up, we made our way to the Christchurch Memorial. The memorial is a place to reflect on the 2011 earthquake that changed Greater Christchurch forever. It pays respect to those who lost their lives, to those who were seriously injured, and to the survivors. The memorial also acknowledges the shared trauma and the support that was received during the recovery. The earthquake claimed the lives of 185 people and injured many, many more. About 25,000 houses suffered serious damage, and more than half of the buildings in the city centre had to be demolished. is the famous Christchurch Cathedral, which actually came down in the 2011 earthquake. So as you can see, there's a massive hole and the whole front of the cathedral has come down. This is actually a massive tourist attraction as well, even before the earthquake happened. So they're actually restoring this now. It's going to take 10 years to rebuild, but it's pretty incredible to see something like as beautiful as the cathedral come down, and this is what it is like now, but I can't wait to see it all restored in the future.
Yeah, it's hard to be, it's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something, 'cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any games, yeah, it's hard to be.
So I'm standing at the original memorial that they had for the 185 victims in the Canterbury earthquake. So this was the original monument that we had before the marble one that I just showed you. So we painted the chairs white, and there's 185 of them, and each chair represents someone different. So we've got older grandpa chairs for all of the nans and the granddads, and then we've got child chairs and school chairs for the younger ones. There's even a cot. Breaks your heart to see these young people that have passed away, all of these people that have passed away. Then you've got desk chairs for the office workers in the CBD building, and it just really touches home, and you just makes your heart just almost break and for these families. But it's just so amazing to remember them, and that Christchurch has done so much to remember the 185 people that did unfortunately tragically die in 2011.
So one of the beautiful things about this place here, this memorial, is that they took everyone's individual character to put it on it. Normally in other places of the world you would have like a standard chair to represent everyone, and here I feel like they're trying to get everyone's personality, or you know, a chair can tell much about a person. Like you could see baby chairs, you could see beach chairs, you could see gym chairs. So well done on the job you do, you know, like it doesn't take out the sadness of what happened, but I think it does represent a lot of the people that unfortunately lost their lives in that earthquake. So that is it for today, guys. We enjoyed a lot our day, and I learned so much about Christchurch and all the earthquake that happened in here.
If you are in Christchurch, I definitely recommend to come and see this kind of thing, because it's shaped Christchurch to be a completely different city, and it's amazing what happened. I just think it's interesting. Everybody should know what happened. So that's the end of the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed us taking you around Quake City, and as always, we'll see you next Monday. Bye!